What appeared on television as dramatic outbursts and constant clashes was beneath the surface a deeply human story of ambition, identity, and fractured family ties. Long before fame, cameras, and public scrutiny, a father and son were bound together by steel, sweat, and expectation inside a demanding workshop environment. Their journey from a small industrial business to global recognition carried both triumph and emotional cost. This is the story of how talent was forged through pressure, how creativity collided with tradition, and how success amplified personal conflict rather than resolving it. Early life and workshop upbringing. Paul Teutul Jr. grew up in an environment where childhood looked very different from most. Instead of playgrounds and leisure, his world was defined by the Orange County Iron Works, where metal was shaped, cut, and welded daily. From a young age, he was surrounded by machinery, sparks, and the rhythm of fabrication. While other children played, he observed craftsmanship up close, absorbing technical skills through constant exposure. The workshop became both classroom and proving ground, shaping his understanding of discipline, precision, and the expectations that would follow him into adulthood. Father's discipline and formative pressure. His father, Paul Teutul Sr., ran the business with uncompromising authority and a belief in toughness over sentiment. Mistakes were not gently corrected, but loudly addressed, often in front of workers. This environment instilled resilience, but also tension, as approval was difficult to earn and even harder to maintain. Junior learned early that success required endurance under pressure. While the lessons sharpened his abilities, they also created emotional distance. The relationship was defined by high standards and limited praise, setting a foundation of respect intertwined with frustration and unresolved tension. Rising skill and early responsibility. Despite the pressure, Junior quickly demonstrated exceptional skill. By his teenage years, he was not only assisting, but actively contributing to fabrication work with increasing responsibility. His ability to understand structure, proportion, and mechanical detail earned him leadership roles within divisions of the family business before reaching adulthood. Colleagues recognized his precision and work ethic, noting that his progress came from capability rather than favoritism. However, with responsibility came expectation, and with expectation came the growing weight of proving himself not just as a worker, but as an equal within the family enterprise. Creative vision versus traditional methods. As Junior matured, a distinction began to emerge between his design philosophy and his father's approach. Senior valued rugged functionality and traditional fabrication techniques, while Junior leaned toward aesthetics, flow, and storytelling through design. He saw motorcycles not just as machines, but as expressions of identity. This difference was not merely technical, but philosophical, gradually widening the gap between them. What began as minor disagreements over design choices evolved into deeper ideological conflict, revealing two very different visions of craftsmanship operating under the same roof. Founding the custom motorcycle venture. The creation of their custom motorcycle venture marked both opportunity and tension. Built on shared ambition, the shop aimed to transform metalwork into artistic motorcycles while expanding into a new market. Junior entered the project with optimism, believing it could strengthen their bond while showcasing creativity on a larger stage. Ownership was shared but uneven in structure, reflecting existing family dynamics. Early success validated their efforts as custom builds gained attention and demand increased. However, the pressure of rapid growth also intensified underlying disagreements that had long been simmering beneath the surface. Reality TV fame and public spotlight. The arrival of television exposure changed everything. What was once a private workshop became a public stage where every disagreement, design decision, and emotional exchange was amplified. Audiences were drawn not only to the motorcycles, but to the dynamic between father and son. Junior's thoughtful design process and calm demeanor contrasted sharply with his father's intensity, making their relationship a central narrative. The shop became a destination for fans, and their work reached global recognition. Yet visibility brought strain, turning private conflict into public spectacle and increasing emotional pressure within the family business. Escalating conflict and breakdown. As fame grew, so did internal tension. Creative disagreements became personal battles, and communication often broke down into confrontation. Workplace stress intensified, and unresolved frustrations accumulated over time. A critical turning point arrived during a heated dispute that escalated beyond repair. Furniture was thrown, doors were damaged, and emotions overtook professionalism. The fallout resulted in Jr. being removed from the business, ending daily collaboration between father and son. The event marked a rupture not only in their professional relationship, but also in their personal bond, leaving lasting emotional consequences. Legal battles and separation. Following the split, legal disputes emerged regarding ownership, rights, and financial interests. Court proceedings formalized the separation, confirming Jr.'s stake while enforcing a period of professional restriction. Despite the legal resolution, emotional reconciliation did not follow. Communication between father and son ceased almost entirely, replaced by distance and silence. Jr. faced the challenge of rebuilding his career independently, while the original business continued under his father's leadership. The separation marked a definitive turning point, transforming a shared venture into two separate paths defined by unresolved history. Aftermath, reinvention, and family life. In the years that followed, Jr. established his own design-focused enterprise, gradually rebuilding his reputation and assembling a new team. Many former colleagues joined him, drawn by his creative leadership style. Beyond business, his personal life became a stabilizing force. Marriage and fatherhood reshaped his priorities, offering perspective on conflict and legacy. The birth of his son particularly influenced his outlook, prompting reflection on generational patterns and emotional distance. While occasional public collaborations hinted at reconciliation, they often underscored how deeply the divide had become embedded over time. Conclusion and legacy. By the mid-2020s, the once united father-son partnership existed only in memory and media archives. Their lives had diverged fully, shaped by success, pride, and unresolved emotional history. What began as a shared dream in a metal workshop evolved into a cautionary tale of ambition and fractured connection. Yet within that story lies undeniable achievement, machines that became art, craftsmanship that inspired audiences, and a legacy built through both harmony and conflict. Ultimately, it is a reminder that success can elevate talent, but without understanding, it can also deepen the distance between those closest to it.